they're solely looking at it like all the other kaiju, but they're forgetting Kafka's a kaiju now. He's part kaiju, and there is a kaiju inside of him, and who knows what's going to happen if they try to extract it, or if they even can. So it's like, that's just a tough situation. So my thought is,
one day, master's degree. One day, PhD. One day, you will write books. One day, commercials. One day, the impossible, you will laugh at the impossible. You will look at the impossible and go, what was I thinking?
hello, my spoiler alert friends. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About It. So man, we got some bad news. Demon Slayer, the producers have announced that they will not be showing the Infinity Castle arc in 2025. So now we are going to have to wait until 2026 to see the Infinity Castle arc in episode version. So if you have not seen this movie, you should probably go see it, because it's going to be a while before anything even related to Demon Slayer is going to pop out. So that sucks, but just wanted to put that out there. I would not be a good anime fan if I did not let my other fans know. There's a deadline, and because as you know how these movies come out, it's like they'll be out for like a week and a half, 2 weeks at best, and then they're gone. So now this one might be a little bit different because it is phenomenal. So they might be like, yeah, let's go ahead and continue collecting the bag for a little longer while we wait until 2026. That's my hope, because I halfway want to go see it again in theaters, just so that I can, because like when you're watching the movie, you guys know, when you're watching it, you take in so much information that it's hard to, like, you miss little things. And I want to go back and see the little parts and see what I missed and then kind of digest it, right? So in the interim, I'm going to continue talking about Kaiju number 8. And this last episode was one of those contemplative ones for me. So like the big thing that I'm getting from it is like, okay, so you got Kafka's old group. So let me rewind. Kafka got his phone back now that he's like not a suspect and not someone that they think is going to try and eliminate them. Even though he's got that kaiju inside of him, they trust him. So they gave him his phone back. And he turns on his phone and he has tons of missed calls, tons of messages, people reaching out like, hey, like what's going on? Let us know what's happening, all these things. And he hasn't had it for months because, again, he's been basically on house arrest and under surveillance, because they're like, are you okay? Are you evil? Are you good? Or, all the things. So he sees all of this. He calls a couple of his buddies, and then they're like, dude, you're an idiot. Of course we love you. Of course we want to be there, and we support you, and we think that you're great, and we think that you can beat this, and we can beat this together as a team. And I like that. It was like cool to just see the support that he was getting, even though, like, on the outside looking in, it's like, he's a kaiju. Who knows? Like, this isn't like something that's common, as far as they know, common in the history of the Defense Force, is a human being part kaiju and then also being good. So it's just cool to see the support that he has. And then on top of that, so he was able to talk to Mina on the roof, the captain of Squad 3. I'm pretty sure her name's Mina. But he was able to talk to her on the roof. They were eating lunch, and it was just those two. So they were like, she's like, chill, like we can just be like how we are. You don't have to be so formal with me. We are friends actually outside of this. And so they were talking, and they were like having flashbacks of the two of them watching the city kind of on fire and saying, we're gonna destroy all the kaiju together. And then they're talking, and then she reminds him of that, kind of like, hey, we still have a promise. Like, first of all, I am strong. I'm not this weak little girl that you need to protect anymore. So I'm strong enough that I don't need to stand behind you and be protected. And then also, you don't have to bear all this weight by yourself. We are a team, and we can do this together. And don't forget your promise, the promise that we made to each other, which is we're going to defeat all the kaiju. And something that I don't think either of them really like touched on, like they're solely looking at it like all the other kaiju, but they're forgetting Kafka's a kaiju now. He's part kaiju, and there is a kaiju inside of him. And who knows what's going to happen if they try to extract it, or if they even can. So it's like, that's just a tough situation. So my thought is, at the end, either their quest is going to have to change, or she's going to be the one who ultimately ends him, because they're friends. They love she low-key likes him for sure, and he definitely likes her. So I think it could be one of those situations. Again, I don't know. This is all speculation, so don't ream me in the comments if I'm wrong, but just something that I was thinking. And then also something that's really cool that, like, I wish people knew so that it was like something that they could do to help. But the old director, he's not dead. He purposefully allowed himself to be captured so that he can try and defeat the kaiju from the inside, because he's like, I can't do it from the outside. And he's presently still fighting inside, but he's losing consciousness. So I'm hopeful that he doesn't give up. I'm hopeful that this fight ensues soon, so that they can that can kind of give him a little bit more, like, I don't know, like reinvigorate his spirit to keep fighting and keep trying. And so that maybe they can all work together to get rid of kaiju number 9. Because again, this dude is a problem. He is creating these like super high level kaiju, and I don't think the Defense Force is ready. Like, when I think about at least who we've seen so far, they haven't shown me enough people who I think would be able to handle the tier of monster that is being created by kaiju number 9. Like, he is sitting back, he is incubating and growing monsters on a whole nother scale. And then they're not idiot monsters. They're smart. They're thinking, they're calculating. And that's the problem. They're not just strong, they're also smart and strong. And I'm telling you, I think there's going to be a lot of casualties. And I think this was kind of like the end of the episode I just watched kind of alluded to that, with this kaiju who makes the illusion of her being a little girl, and then she's actually a monster that has this like almost like spider ability. Like, she shoots out these sharp things and it makes like a web, but she's lethal, man. She's lethal. And then she did that scream at the end, which was super creepy. And she's like, I'm calling all my other kaiju and we're about to get this going. So I'm thinking in the next couple of episodes, there's going to be a lot of death and sadness in the show. And it's fitting, because what Kafka and Mina were just talking about was how calm everything feels and how it seems like there's no kaiju, and that it might be the calm before the storm. And I think they're right. So again, I don't know what's gonna happen. And this is the type of stuff that makes me halfway want to read the anime, like read the manga, because it's like I want to know, but I just enjoy watching it so much better that it's like I don't want to spoil it, but it's like, dang, I'm kind of being impatient. As a Dub fan, that's saying something, because we got to be pretty patient. So I don't know. As I find more information, I'll let you guys know. I won't spoil too much, because I also don't want to be spoiled. So I'm just going to give you guys just enough so that we're all on the same page, but still keeping it interesting. So I'm looking forward to the next few episodes. If you guys have any feedback, definitely hit me in the comments. If you guys, again, want to talk about it, definitely hit me in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.
One thing